So today I thought it would be really fun to do a little bit of a different format version of a thrift haul, because most of the time when I go thrifting, I only find maybe one or two things. When it comes to kids' clothing and clothing pieces, that's a little bit different. I tend to find more items that way. However, when it comes to decor or home things and things like that, those are things I'm really selective of because I'm looking for a very particular item or a style and things like that. So I'm more picky, and it takes a while to add up to enough like things to show on a thrift haul. So a thrift haul video for me, I don't normally go to one store and have enough to show you. So that's why I'm gonna kind of go back in time here and take you through, I think almost every room in our home has some newly added things that I found thrifted. I thought this would be a really fun format so you can also see that the items I have picked up thrifted are being put to good use and how we are currently using and loving them in our home. Anyway, with all that being said, welcome if this is your first time here. My name is Dana, and as you can tell, I love sharing just thrifting, our frugal living, as well as homeschooling, homemaking, biblical motherhood encouragement, and everything that life has in between. Anyway, if that's something that you are interested in, I'd love to have you stick around and join our family. Anyways, with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's video. So this picture was actually one of those things that I have had for probably 6 or 7 months, and I don't think I've ever showed it, but this is one of those thrift trips where this was like the only thing I picked up. But I want to say I paid maybe $2.99, $3, $3.50, something like that, at a local thrift shop. So I loved it. I love anything vintage and unique, and I just loved this piece. And this is something that I actually use with my coffee maker right here, and this is something I actually do utilize every single day because I'm filling it up with water and putting it into my coffee maker. It's something practical but also really pretty. I am a huge fan of real artwork pieces, and I thought this one was really pretty. It's just a country scene, and this is also from a local thrift shop, and I want to say I paid maybe $3.99, $4.99 for it, something like that. But I really liked the colors, and again, it was more like older looking, and I don't know, I really liked it, so it came home with me. So these two are some of my newest thrifted finds. I want to say I just picked these up at Goodwill. Yeah, I think they came from Goodwill, but they came in a little bundle. They came kind of shrink wrapped together, and I paid $2.99 for the two of them. I wish I could find the whole set because I think they're really cute, but it did come with like the 1 cup, which is the size I use the most, and the 1/4 cup, which is the next size I use the most when it comes to baking. So I thought these were really pretty, and again, it has that kind of vintage unique style to it. So the next thing I have in our kitchen area is this basket I leave out on the dining room table. This has our most played games. So right now we have like the bears and the bees in here. I have my toddler's little lacing things. Honestly, the contents inside are a mess and I need to organize it. But it is something that I did pick up thrifted, and I really liked it. It's actually really heavy, and it's not the type of basket that's going to fall apart over time. It's actually just solid wood. I think it's really pretty, and it fits really well in our dining room space and holds, again, all of our most played with games that we just like to leave out all the time. So my all-time favorite thrifted find, and probably will forever be, is my KitchenAid mixer. My husband was the one that found this for me. I was staying home preparing for a trip, and he took the kids out to do some local thrifting. That's just something they love to do as well, and I love that they also love to do it. So he found this for me, and I want to say he paid, it was maybe $50, I could be wrong, but I think it might have been $50, again at a local thrift shop. And I was so thrilled because I hadn't had even a hand mixer because mine broke almost a year ago. So when he found this, I was just thrilled, and I've just been utilizing it almost on a daily basis. So this is for sure going to be one of my biggest just overall thrifted blessings, I think, in our home, because it's practical and it's something I use every day, and I love it. So this bowl was another thrifted find. I want to say really recently, maybe even just a few weeks ago. I'm pretty sure that's when it came home with me, a few weeks ago. This came from Goodwill. I think I paid $1.99 for it. But I use glass bowls or ceramic bowls like this pretty much every single day, 3 times a day, from mixing eggs in the morning to baking to just mixing random things for popcorn bowls, snack bowls. I use them all the time. So this was another purchase that was very practical and something that I was needed as I'm kind of going through and replacing things that either are really worn out, like my plastic. As my plastic is getting worn out, I'm kind of just recycling that and then replacing it with a glass or ceramic bowl. So this was a practical and very useful thing that I thrifted, and we use it all the time. I found this little duck basket and it was so cute. The second I saw it, I was like, yes, you're coming home with me. It was from Goodwill, I believe, so it was like 99 cents. A lot of their baskets, especially the smaller ones, are pretty cheap. So I thought this was darling, and it definitely had to come home with me. My little ones will sometimes use this basket to put little characters in, or sometimes they'll play like make way for ducklings with it. It depends, but I just think it's so sweet. So my next kitchen piece is a hand coffee grinder. I wanted to have something like this on hand. I've mentioned before on my channel many times that I'm trying to be more prepared when it comes to losing power, so we can still use all of our regular things. Not use all of our regular things, because obviously we can't without electricity. But having like a hand coffee grinder like this was something that I wanted to add to my kind of no power kitchen. That way I can still utilize all the things. That's why I've added more cast iron skillets to our collection and things like that, so you can cook over fires. But I have this, and then also I found Thrifted is a stovetop. I want to say this is like a campfire espresso pot. So these two items I really have on hand, especially during the summer where we are here in the Midwest. We get a lot of tornado weather, we lose power. So this is kind of like my we don't have power coffee system, if that makes sense. In here, I want to say I also added it a month and a half ago at this point. Again, I love collecting actual real paintings. It's one of my favorite things to look for while thrifting. And I really like this one only because it was a beautiful country scene. And those are really the paintings that I tend to gravitate towards the most. So I told you guys earlier that I loved ducks. And on this shelf right here, as you can tell, I have a little row of all ducks. I don't know why in the world I gravitate towards them, but I'm going to show you the ones that I've collected the most recently. Again, this is something so simple. No idea why I love them so much, but I do. And then I also have this little pair here that I thought were really pretty, little vintage wooden ducks that I just thought were super cute. I feel like with the books, that's one of those things that I'm always thrifting. I feel like no matter what thrift store I go to, even though I have so many books, I'm just like, there's probably room for one more, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I do have some other bookshelves that I'll show you here in a little bit that we put in our other bedroom. But I'm trying to go through and see what our most recent like brand new finds are. I would say we've gotten quite a few of the Magic Treehouse books. My second and third grader love these so much. So they've been going through, I think we have 12 of them. But I have those, and then the other ones I also picked up. I went to one thrift store in particular that had a ton of them. So I ended up getting all the ones that they had. And they've been loving them. So we have Revolutionary War on Wednesday, Afternoon on the Amazon, Tonight on the Titanic, Magic Flute, Viking Ships at Sunrise, Dolphins at Daybreak. So all of those books that I did recently pick up as well. Some other ones, I want to say we have the Secret of the Hidden Scrolls. This is a new series that is actually really good. My kiddos have been loving it, and this just happened to be book one that I found thrifted. Anyway, so they've been loving that. I also found that recently. Something school related that I found was this quilted 3-ring binder. I ended up picking this up for my second grader, my little girl, for her McGuffey lesson plan, since it's just something I put together and then I hole punched it and put it in here. But I really thought it was sweet, and it reminded me of her. It even has little pockets. A lot of the time she'll put her CLE language arts book in here as well and have everything together, especially if she wants to homeschool like in different parts of the house. So she'll do that. But I thought it was a really sweet find, and just something, again, practical, and I love. So this painting in my girls' bedroom is also a brand new thrifted find. I want to say I paid $6.99 for it, but it's an actual real painting, and I thought it was really pretty. Again, it's that nature theme that I just love so much when it comes to artwork. And then over here is another oil painting that I thought was just beautiful. I love painted water. I don't know what it is, but I just think they're so pretty. So these embroidered pieces right here, I've had for probably 7 months. However, I just put them up a few months ago here when we did our girls' bedroom. But I love the pieces. I want to pay, I think, $8.99 for all 3 of them because they came together as a set. But I love needlework and any type of embroidery pieces. So I was really excited to come across these 3 pieces. I thought they were just beautiful and really fit this space nicely. So I moved over here so you could actually see the dresses a little bit better. But this was another one that I found. This one actually came from a little antique shop, but I thought it was darling. It reminded me of the same style I used to wear when I was little, but I liked the colors, and it was just very very my little Ellie, so I think she'll love this. This was another one of my favorite thrifted dresses. I love the little Peter Pan colors and little ruffles on the bottom. I just thought it was so sweet, and definitely, again, reminding me of my little one. So these are some of the dresses that I got for my 4-year-old. I love thrifting Matilda Jane. I think Matilda Jane is one of my favorite brands to actually thrift. I think the patterns and the styles are just so sweet. So that's one I got for my 4-year-old. Another one I got for her is this little light dress. Like, the material is super light and flowy and airy, and it'll be perfect for the transition months, like going from winter into spring. I love still putting them in long sleeves because even though the mornings are cool, the afternoons are warm, at least for us here in the Midwest. And so having something that is light and flowy and airy and can transition with them throughout the days is wonderful. That is also the same reason why I picked up all 3 of these. Now, these are like a linen cotton blend, which I was really excited to see. I never normally find linen pieces thrifted, and there's a reason for that, because people hold on to them because they last for a long time. So I found the same style and brand in the yellow, orange, and like the blue color, and these are just going to be perfect little transition dresses as we go into the spring months coming up here. So another brand that I love thrifting and always look out for is Hannah Anderson. So I found this little piece here. It was just a couple dollars as well. But all of Hannah Anderson's clothing is 100% cotton. And I love all of her styles as well. It's simple, sweet, and perfect for playing in. So this one is definitely my little vintage shop, little antique shop find. This was just 2 ruffles. Yeah, 2 ruffled little dress. But again, it reminded me of my own childhood, and I had to get it because I know my 4-year-old loves dressing all girly, and it reminded me of her, so it came home with me. So these 2 dresses are from the brand T. This is a really long dress, if you couldn't tell. Little fishies on it. And then this one is a long sleeve one that I also got for my 4-year-old as well. The reason why I wanted to share this brand, it is 100% cotton. These were not thrifted. I did get them new. And typically when I'm buying brand new pieces, I normally only go for a quality that I like. So it would be Hannah Anderson or something like that, but it's really expensive. However, the brand T, I love their quality. It's all 100% cotton, and a couple of times a year they will have 70% off sales. So I was able to get these for, I want to say, $9 and $12 for these. I was really happy with the price. They were only a few dollars more than what I would pay for like a thrifted dress. So in the case of it being brand new, and it be like $3 or $4 more, then I go ahead and buy them brand new if it's a brand I really like. So I wanted to share that as being an affordable way to get quality pieces. Is definitely keep an eye out for like end of the season sales. I don't know if their sales are still going on or not, but I love the T brand and the quality. We've had really good luck with them so far. We also found a little Paw Patrol lookout tower. Sorry, I didn't mean to turn it on. Turn it off. I ended up finding that only for like $3.99 at Goodwill, I believe. So we brought it home, cleaned it up. There's still like stickers and stuff on it, but it was only a few dollars, and Paw Patrol is one of those shows that my kids actually really enjoy. So I thought I would get it and bring it home, and they love it. They play with it almost on a daily basis, and we are on month, I want to say 2.5 of owning it. It's one of those things, I only paid a few dollars for it, so once they're outgrown it or they are done with it, I'm just going to donate it again and recycle it again. So some of my favorite styles have just been long flowy tops, specifically with embroidery on them. As you can tell, I'm actually wearing a sweater with embroidery on it. I've just been loving this style of having the embroidery on there. I think it's really pretty. But this one, you probably seen me wear in several videos already, but this was another recent thrifted find I got maybe 2 months ago for that one. And then this one I got more recently, maybe a month ago. But it's a longer shirt, so I love that. Especially like going out and about, I love having a more longer flowy shirt. Anyway, but it also has like the embroidery on it, and I thought it was just so sweet. Here, I'll show you up close. I thought it was so pretty. I like the detail. I love how flowy it is. It is so incredibly comfortable, and the buttons are actually working buttons, so it's perfect for nursing. I love it so much. And then this one, let me turn it around here, is another kind of long flowy embroidery top. So these are my my personal kind of thrifted clothing pieces that I found probably the past couple months here. So I just got back from thrifting, so I thought I would show you the brand new current thrifted finds. Since I have not edited my original footage yet, I thought I would throw this all together. I ended up finding these two little brass baskets, and the reason why I got these is I wanted to find something really pretty to put in my girls' windowsills for their colored pencils. They love winding down at night by coloring, so I thought this would be a really pretty touch in their bedrooms. My 2.5-year-old has been adoring anything horse recently, so I picked this up. It was $2.99, and it goes with their little 18-inch dolly, so she has been loving this, and it was a really fun find, and it just made her light up when she saw it. Something that I mentioned before, but something that I always look for whenever I go thrifting is just summer play clothes for the girls, and I always try to find little dresses. I love dresses so much. It's so easy to just throw it on, put some little shorts underneath and call it a day. I think they're just darling. I also found the polka dot dress was Hannah Anderson, which is one of the top brands I look for while thrifting. And then I also found this tea dress, which is a brand I already talked about before. And then this one I thought was so cute. It has like a little double ruffle on the bottom with a little lace color, and I thought it was darling. For me, I'm pretty simple, and I know kind of what I like when it comes to clothing, which is like the long flowy tops with the long sleeves. And I love these because they're so versatile. I can dress them up or dress them down depending on the occasion. They're nursing friendly, they're mama friendly, and I just love long sleeve flowy tops. They just go with everything. Anyway, those are some of the tops I got. And then I also found for my 7-year-old this little ballet music box. She collects little music boxes, so I picked that up for her. And then I was also really excited to find a vintage kind of cosmetic bag. I had been looking one for a while and was happy to finally find one. I was getting ready to do an outro, but then I see the little chicken sitting on my desk. I'm like, oh, I found him thrifted too. This is a little teeny tiny little basket chicken, and there's coins in it. Anyways, thank you guys for coming along as I showed you some of our recently favorite thrifted finds. I hope you enjoyed watching, and until my next video, you guys have a wonderful day, whatever you're doing, and God bless you.